Okay, Arsenal lost 2-1 to Bournemouth. I'm not surprised by this result. Bournemouth, even though they are at the wrong end of the table, they have been playing reasonably well at times. And Eddie Howe, the ownership haven't been reactionary in firing him because times got tough. They've stood by him. He's been at the club now since 2012. He's been there 6 years. Bournemouth are a club that is well run and going in the right direction. The 2-1 result, yes, Arsenal were ahead. They couldn't hold on. They gave the game away in the second half. But this is becoming an all too common thing with Arsenal. They lack bite in midfield. They're not physical enough. They get pushed around. So they lost. The other kick-off, the other game, Liverpool Man City's finished 4-3 at Liverpool. Again, this one I'm a bit more surprised about because of the way Man City have played all season. But there are weaknesses in this City side. They have been exposed today, and of course it's defence. It's defensively. I have stated in earlier videos when I did do can they go unbeaten the whole season, I questioned their defensive capabilities at times. I still think they're the best team in the league, but I can see them losing more than just this one game. I can see them losing a few games. It's how they deal with this loss. They were 4-1 down, so they've shipped 4 goals. Yes, they've scored 3, and on all day scoring 3, that's enough to win the game. But when you're outscored by Liverpool, and outscored in such a way where in the last 10 minutes you're scrambling to get 2 goals back and you can't even get a draw, I thought they might get a draw out of it. When I looked on the old updates on BBC Sport, and when I saw it was 4-1, I was surprised. And then going on the Twitter feed and then BBC Sport and Sky Sports, I have all the updates. I looked down at my phone and it's 4-3, added time, a couple of minutes left to go, and I'm like, they can't do it, can they? And they couldn't. So, and this is a weakness of all Guardiola sides ever, since he started coaching, is defensively there are some frailties, and goalkeeping errors have played a part in some of the defeats that his sides have faced over the years, be it in the Champions League, league form, cup competitions. Some of the defeats or some of the games they've had where they've conceded a lot of goals, it's come down to defensive frailties rather than being outplayed. It's because they've switched off. They've become overconfident or they've overplayed. That is Man City's weakness, is they overplay from the back. Sometimes, if you're a centre-back, either ping the long pass, just find a pass that you don't have to pass it around, just go over the player, or just put your laces through it and set up, start again. Sometimes, okay, it's gone a bit wrong, just clear it. Stop overcomplicating the passing, because some teams play a high press that they enjoy playing against teams like this. Leicester, for example, they like playing that kind of, we'll give you the ball, we'll only have 30%. They won a title that way. So some teams in the Premier League like playing against teams that like passing out from the back. Leicester being a prime example. They will press the goalie. Has this cost them today? There are other frailties they have. Concentration at the back. Sometimes a bit of physicality is lacking. Liverpool are very similar in the way they play the game, is in they score a lot, but at times they can concede a lot, hence why they've lost a few games more than City, obviously. I am a bit surprised. Is it a shock? No, because it's a competitive league. I think Guardiola would be more upset than anyone else, if all told. They still have a very comfortable cushion. If it's an isolated defeat and they have a couple more, I can see them having a couple more defeats over the whole season. If it's an isolated thing, it's fine. They can always go, right, next week's a new day, clean slate, we'll obsess the match, right. But I can see them possibly also having a wobble, because Guardiola's teams regularly have defensive problems. You look at set plays, set pieces, defensively they do struggle. They don't always look convincing. John Stones' mistake last week against Burnley in that cup tie, where he completely missed overplaying, rather than just getting a nice straight volley like that. He's tried to swing across the ball. He's done a complete disastrous clearance. Burnley score. That is their weakness. Some of the players they have, hence why Joe Hart is no longer there, is because Joe Hart just did not adapt to the sweeper keeper role. And not every player will adapt as comfortably to certain roles as Guardiola expects. Guardiola demands that they do everything this way, and there is sometimes no, just put your foot through it, plan B. he needs to develop that. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe, place your comments below, and I'll have some more videos for you soon.